Kids with autism have several quirks that we neurotypicals find different. Truth is, I think that has to do with us not really understanding what it's like in the body and mind of someone with autism. From covering their ears and avoiding eye contact, to repeating phrases and rocking, here are the reasons why autistic kids have these odd mannerisms. Number 1. Why do kids with autism avoid eye contact? A lot of autism is related to sensory deficits. The avoidance of eye contact is no different. When a person is talking, you have to process auditorily, and sometimes that makes it difficult to process visually. So, a kid with autism may have to choose to listen to a person or look at them. Now, sensory may not always be the reason. Sometimes it can also be a deficit in social skills, which is another hallmark of autism. In addition, individuals with autism do not find communicative meaning in others' eyes like the rest of us. Thus, they are not drawn to others' eyes as information sources. Number 2. Why do kids with autism cover their eyes or face or ears with their hands? Children with autism are often hypersensitive to sensory stimuli. For example, sounds that are tolerable to us may be very loud and uncomfortable for them. On the visual side, there is a lot to process when you really consider what you are looking at in a given day. The person in front of you, the people and things in the background, the lights, the motion of the clock, or things moving because of the AC. It is a lot. Covering the eyes limits the overload. Number 3. Why do kids with autism walk on their toes? Walking on toes reduces overstimulation in the feet. I have a few pairs of shoes in my closet I could do without, don't you? The reason is because they pinch my toes or feel a little tight. Well, think about the sensory information that comes in from your foot. Even in comfortable shoes, your entire foot on the ground is a lot of sensory input. Walking on your toes is less input. Another theory is that it could relate to motor coordination challenges or a tight Achilles tendon. Number 4. Why do kids with autism echo or repeat words? Repeating words or echolalia is a common learning style for kids with autism. Children with autism often learn language in chunks rather than creatively word by word. Because the brain's language center has difficulty coming up with language on its own, it copies what it hears from the world around it and uses it in place of original words and sentences of its own. It's sort of like a Rolodex of phrases that the person pulls from at any given time in the day. In addition, repeating words and phrases often serves a communicative purpose, such as saying yes or helping with processing of information. Number 5. Why do kids with autism STIM? STIM is short for stimulatory and it suggests self stimulatory behavior. For a kid with autism, it may look like spinning, flapping hands, or rocking. For everyone else, it probably looks the same. Most people have a stim, like tapping a pencil or bouncing their leg. The reason for the stim is same. People stim to manage their emotions. Maybe they feel tired, anxious, nervous, or bored. Or someone with autism may also stim to block sensory input. What makes stimming with autism different is the amount of stimming and the poor social cues. Repetitive motor mannerisms, such as flapping hands, are often linked to strong emotions such as excitement or frustration. We see similar behavior in babies who eventually grow out of the behavior. Number 6. Why do many kids with autism not talk at all? For students who are non-verbal, and please don't confuse that with a low IQ, it is presumed that language is a challenge for a couple of different reasons. Talking or expressive language development requires understanding and use of symbols. Words, after all, are simply symbols for things, actions, and concepts. Sometimes, children with autism lack or have significant delays in that ability. Another reason may be due to brain development. Several people with autism demonstrate the ability to understand language and formulate thoughts. They just can't get their mouth to deliver the message. This can be a result of a motor speech disorder, such as apraxia of speech.
This was me taking a stab at answering some of the more perplexing questions about why autistic kids do some of the things they do. I hope this will help you better understand them the next time you meet them. Thank you.